Hello everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods 10 to the Sky. It doesn't really look sky-y in here, but you'll have to take my word for it. We're still on the island. Last episode, we set up this mess, which makes us vibranium when we order it, which is awesome. We made 10 vibranium blocks worth yesterday, which is awesome. We want to use that. We need some soul lava. And to make the vibranium, we set up this little setup over here. It's nothing fancy. There's some boosted growth accelerators. There's an advanced block breaker with an undestroyable, unbreakable pickaxe. And then a item collector. Ta-da! Yeah, pretty simple. So yeah, we need soul lava in order to actually melt vibranium. So I think that's what we should attempt to do. Now, Joe, in the comments of last episode, suggested this. Tablet of Conjure Island Deep Dark. So we'll need Vexing Archwood, which there's a chance we've got that. Deep Slate and then Amethyst to pull that one off. So if we search Archwood, we have some Cascading, we have Flourishing. We can make some Vexing. We just need to grow it and chop it. That sounds easy peasy to me. Now, we already have some Airs Nouveau set up from the other time. Sweet. From when we were trying to get the Geor stuff working previously, and we got these little like Geor golems, which are pretty cool. Don't really know what they do, but they look cool. What is this? An all-illuminating block. Okay. But yeah, there we go. Now we've got that. So we'll need a tablet, and this just needs to be placed on this guy, and it should conjure an island. Now I imagine it's decently sized. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is pick this guy up for starters, and then pick this guy up for seconds. And then just move out a little bit and place it somewhere else. So we're obviously going to need some sort of building blocks. Or do we have angel blocks? We do. Let's make an angel block. An angel block is a classic item that you can just right click and it places it where you are. You don't have to right click on a block. It just, ta-da. So let's place that. Now, I don't know if you need source. So let's try it without source. Running source needed. Okay. All right. Here we go. Hopefully this is not massive. Okay. That's good. That's a good size as long as this doesn't get bigger. Got a little bigger. I think we're good. It can't get that much bigger. And as you can see, it's already placing... Oh, that's cool. Place some stuff under here. Some skulk vein. Okay. Here we go. This is quite beautiful, I will say. Alright. And then it places enough that we can spawn a guy? I thought you needed more than that. What are these? These are sensors and shriekers. Is it... Because I thought it was 4 shriekers had to go off. Maybe it's just 3. Or maybe I'm meant to get my own 4th one some other way. Regardless, let's see what we can do here. So we need a few things. One thing is I would like a data model so that if we need more of these guys, we can get more of these guys because that makes sense to me. We don't have sticks. We're stickless. We live in a stickless society. Okay. Boom. Sure. I just want to make a few of them. All right, so data model, awesome. We'll right click that on the guy, chuck him into my thingy-majiggy. What's happening? Controls, keybinds, key 3. Sorry. Numpad 3. No. Deep learner 8. Ta-da! Yeah, so we'll press 8. We'll chuck him in here. We'll hopefully kill the Warden easy peasy lemon squeezy. I doubt that's actually going to happen, but we're going to hope that that happens. Worst case, he's at least over here and he totally can't like dig under the ground and spawn up over there. That's definitely not a thing he can do, hopefully. Is there anything else we need? So, we don't actually need to kill him, I guess, right? We just need to capture him. So I just need what does he call it? There's a few things. There could be a yoinker. I swear there's a direwolf, this thing, what is it? Creature catcher. So I think we just need a creature catcher, right? Hold on. Oh, I was trying to effortlessly get a gold block by clicking use on a piece of gold. That didn't work. Okay, hold on. Oh, yeah, everyone relax. So we can craft gold. I wanted to see though, if I bookmark it, it goes on the left. I was almost hoping I could bookmark it within JEI. You know what I mean? So that when I look at a recipe that a gold ingot's used in, it's on the top of the list. You know what I mean? Just for those like quick access recipes. I think that would be cool. But either way, that's all right. So we need this. We might need some skulk, so we'll grab an extra one. And look, we've got extra shriekers anyway, so that's not a problem. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we could spawn a guy anywhere, I imagine. There's also the ritual for the spawn egg we could have done, but I mean, the island's pretty cool, so we'll stick with it. Alrighty. Now we just wait for this to do its thing. Yeah. So there's a few ways to pick up mobs. Creature catcher is one of them. There would also be an imprisonment tool. Mob imprisonment tool. This guy just needs some plastic and stuff. Do we happen to have any of that? We got some plastic, but that's a pretty easy way to do it as well. What else is there? Those are the two main ones. Yeah, sometimes there's like a backpack, like they call it a piggy backpack. A piggy pack. That used to be from Tinkers and it would let you carry stuff. Carry mobs. But yeah, we're gonna go creature catcher. So, creature catcher. Hopefully it's not blacklisted or something, it shouldn't be. And let's just see if you can spawn with 3. Okay. I mean, we got spooky, scary darkness. But I mean, I don't see the guy. Are these shriekers or? They're not really shrieking, eh? Okay. Alright, let's place down another one. Shrieker. Cool. Yeah, we need that guy. So. Oh, that one shrieks. These ones just. They don't really want to shriek. Oh no, there we go. Cool. Well, it appears to have worked. We're gonna go ahead and yoink. Creature catch it. And we're good. Once. One moment, please. Wait until I can see again. Did we just get... Okay, we got another guy. Okay. What we're gonna do is just get rid of one of these, I think. Because this is becoming a problem. Okay. Do you reckon I can just kill him? I don't actually know if I can. Kind of looks like I can, which is great. But I am a little bit worried that he's going to phase up in a second. So let's just stay locked in. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. Okay. Cool. Everyone still okay? Alright, awesome. Now we've got this creature captured. We've got one of his tendrils, which is cool, a catalyst, and we've got another little backup warden, I guess. Love that for us. Let's go over here. There is one thing I want to do. I wouldn't mind getting rid of some of this stuff. Like, I don't need pretty much any of this in my inventory. And it's kind of just a problem. You know, it's kind of just... I'd love to be able to use my backpack again, is essentially what I mean. So, we'll chuck all this... Nothing we have currently, we can't just get again. Relatively easily, so... all the meat, potatoes, wheat, that stuff. Yeah, we don't need that anymore. Yeah, we did all that. Yeah, don't need that. Probably don't need this. Probably don't need that. Probably, yeah, that. No, don't need that. Probably don't need that. Man, who cares? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Cool. Blah, blah. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Alright, I'm happy with the rest of that stuff. I mean, arguably this stuff as well, but That's right. Okay, so how do we get this going? We need a few things. We do need more plastic because what we actually need is a stasis chamber. To the best of my knowledge. So this guy's gonna need plastic stuff happening. Now, plastic stuff we've got. It looks like we're going to need pink slime. So let's go ahead back over here and sort of check. So we do have pink slime, which is great. We just need access to that. Preferably in the system. So I think we can probably set up some wireless connection over here. Again, I am aware that I'm pretty sure this uses a decent amount of power when you bring stuff around, but I think it's worth it. So let's chuck this guy here. Get him connected. Head back to machines. Wireless connector here. Hook him up. Cool. He should be happy. Let's head back over. Where were we? Over here. Awesome. Let's get a storage bus. Storage bus. Oh, I just realized. Yeah. Okay. This might not work. I'm sort of just realizing the fault in my ways. This guy has a bunch of channels, but then like the one over there is just connected through. Yeah. This might not work, but device online. For as long as it does work, we'll be happy with it. So I would like this one to extract only. And so now we have access to that in the system. The point I wanted to get at, and we'll quickly go check what's happening, is each of these tell you how many channels they use. And so I'm surprised this is working, or I guess this one's used channels is 6. So he's got 1 connection plus 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. So like if I get, I don't even know, another wireless connector, we'll have to see later. I might have to, what I'm essentially saying is I might have to run like a dense cable through the middle instead of this little cable there. Which in fact, we can probably give it a try to. So if we run this here, they still say they're using what they're using. That's a sentence. Okay. Overall, this is using 6 channels. Is it? These all say they're using 6. If we hook this up. Okay. Not sure. We might have to move stuff around later. We'll have to, yeah, we'll check later. But that's pretty good. I wouldn't mind. Oh, we do have the network over here, so I can actually bring this over quite easily. Do we have more of this stuff? We do. Very nice. So let's bring this over. Doesn't have to be the prettiest thing ever. So this dissolution chamber currently has latex in it. I'd rather it not. So can we get like, well, you know what? I can probably just pick him up and place him again, eh? Cool, now he's empty. I would like to get a pattern provider, and we're just going to hook this guy up. That's fine. I think he can just go here. So he can be told that he's inputting from every side. Awesome. And then for output, I want him to push his outputs out the back. Same with fluid. That means once he's done, everything will get dumped back in here and into our system, which is awesome. Next, what we should be able to do is make some of these recipes. So we want this recipe here. I think will we do Orotech plastic? Well, so what's our plastic situation? We have Orotech. We get this from polymer resin or from raw. I think what we were doing was raw biopolymer, which you get from just like packed wheat and stuff. But we then do have this guy, which has latex. So I think possibly we just want to go in here and get a latex processing unit with a pity machine frame. We'll probably want a few of these for the upcoming crafts. I think what we want to do is place him here. I mean, look, ideally we want to move stuff around, but for now it's fine. Have this guy push out the left. That goes in here. He's now processing. He just needs water, I think. Yeah. Cool. And how much does that use? Wow, that uses a lot. Wow, that's like unfathomably horrible. Okay. So what we'll do is we're just going to rearrange some stuff here. So I'd like the latex processing guy to be here so we can quick access that. Let's then just get some acacia Yeah. Acacia gives you the most latex. We probably... Is this the play we want to go? The play we want to go, he says. It's not a horrible idea. We do need latex for some of the recipes, so I think it's not a bad idea. What else does that need? Pistons? Can we get 100 pistons? When will I never not need a piston? When will I never need a piston? Something like that. Okay. So, let's do... Bleh. Let's dig up the wall here. Okay. Awesome. Let's do this. Does that face the right way? Awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. Boom, 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 boom. Awesome. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Cool. Okay. Well, what are you? Why are you? That's fine. Do I want it to go into that, or do I want it to go into the system? I think possibly we want it to do both. So what we might do is just get some pipe upgrades. Yeah, what tier do we need? I think just some gold tier, if I'm not mistaken. These will be set to extract. And then if I put that in there, we can just do round robin on all of them. For fluid. Cool. He seems happy with that. Is that by default? It's by default anyway. Nice. Sure. Doesn't hurt to do. Cool. Let's now get a formation plane. No, let's get a placer. So I want to do a block placer, and I want it to place multiple blocks, and I'm guessing the advanced one can pull that off. So let's place this guy down. Okay. Show the render. This is currently where it would place things. I would like to move it in that direction. I'd like to move it down one. I'd like to move it another block, so it's now there. And then we want to increase the radius like that. How cool is that? And so he'll place stuff there. We can leave everything else blank. Place that so that he gets power. Get a export bus. Let's just order a bunch of these. Again, we'll probably be using them forever. Let's place this here. Oh, cool. So because we have none, if I middle click, it just opens the crafting right from the get-go. That's awesome. For the pick block with the system. So this guy is going to be told to put acacia logs in there. Obviously there's none in the system, but if I put one in, it will go there instantly. Nice, awesome. Let's unrender. I now need to obviously grow acacia logs. So what we can do is get a hopper, a botany pot. Grab an acacia sapling. Do we have any indestructible axes? We don't. I can make one. That's fine. What I was going to do was try to have it like magically go into here really easily. I think we just place it here. Yeah, that should be fine. All right, let's grab a dirt, acacia. I won't put that there yet. Can I grab one of these? Cool. Boom. Did that work? No. That works. Okay, so that will do its thing, which is fine. So it does need an axe. Ideally, again, it needs an all the modding one, so we never have to worry about you know, stuff. I'm a linguist today, apparently. Durability is the missing word there. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. It's now unbreakable. Pow. And pow. He doesn't accept that. Really? Does it actually need to be a hoe? I've read that it said that. I just didn't think that it needed to be that. Because that didn't make sense to me, but sure. Okay. Well. Alrighty then. Well. Alright. That's fine. Luckily we do have a decent amount of stuff. Boom. Can I just do one here? Can I just... smithing table? At this point, that's faster than actually going over there. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, pow, pow. And pow. So I would imagine that Fortune would do me a solid there and give me extra drops as well. Yeah. Basically that. If I search botany, and we have the hopper botany, can this be enchanted? Reactive. Okay. Interesting. So, I mean, I think that's working. I think we should start seeing more than one acacia log in here. Is it growing? It is. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it is. Okay, so that's one processed. The stuff got taken out. And there we go. It made its way in. Okay. I mean, this guy's pretty slow. That will be pretty much self-sufficient, I imagine. He could do with power as well. So let's get a transmitter. If we can afford one. Boom. And again, we can kind of just place it here and then send it over there. So if we, ignore, if we render the area and we just send it over there and then just increase the radius by a bunch, then they should have power. Ignored. Ignored. Deny. There we go. Now they've got power. So the power lets them work a little bit faster. There are also upgrades we can make, which we will be placing into this guy very shortly. So let's go pattern encoder. Let's search at industrial and then search add-on. Oh, there's a lot. Oh my god. Okay. So the first thing we want is efficiency tier 1, processing tier 1, and then there should also be just a speed tier 1. Did I go past it? Speed tier 1. Cool. Now, these do get upgraded into tier 2, which go into tier 3, which go into tier 4, tier 5, tier 6, tier 7, tier 8. That is awesome. But for now, we just need this tier. So we're just going to make recipes for each of this. As you can see, they need a bucket of latex for each of these upgrades. So they do, they're not cheap. For us, at least at the moment. But we're going to use these upgrades to make the upgrades. We also need glass panes, of course. I don't think we have sugar automated. We'll probably do that. I don't even know if we have sugar cane automated, but everything else seems to be okay. So in here, we'll go these 3 recipes. Over here, we'll go the rest. That guy will go down there as well. Boom. And let's check our sugarcane department. Yeah, we've got some. That should be fine for now. It'll be a problem later, but yeah, it's a later problem. Okay, so now let's do our industrial again. Speed increase, processing time reduction, processing times 2. So I'm going to grab 4 of these. I cannot. We need latex. Now, I'm under the assumption that this guy's getting latex, which he is. And I'm also under the assumption that it's going into the system, but it might not be because we might not have a fluid cell that is currently accepting it. Which definitely might be the case. Let's search storage. Can we get... what would be the play? Let's get a 64K. Just off the rip. Fluid disk? No, fluid storage. Yeah, fluid storage cell. So you can do those, but look at the types that you need. So we're just going to make one of these. Which should be easy peasy. And we'll chuck that in. I might need another drive. Is that correct in me thinking that? Yes. Extended ME drive. Let's make one of these. Extended drive. Awesome. Looks like we need the drive itself automated. That should be fine as well. And this has to happen in technology that is upstairs. Boom. And that happens in the... over here technology. The crystal assembler. So he will get that. I don't know why he has those. Why does he have those? Ender pearls? Ender pearls. Why art thou ender pearls? Did they come from them? Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know why, but okay. Alright. Boom, boom. Extended drive. So this guy's pretty cool. That craft is so fast. He's like an ME drive. He looks like an ME drive, but he's a little bit... He's got a little bit more going on at the back. So if we chuck this guy in here, look at that. He goes back there. So that's now a thing that exists, which is great. Okay. Now, again, I would hope that the round robin would mean that fluids would come into here as well. And if they would, I would hope that that would mean that we would get latex showing up. Now, currently, we're not. This guy is still processing. He's still making stuff. It is still set to be round robin. But it's all just going in there. And I don't know why. Let's consult this guy again. There he is. Priority? Lower priority first. If I do minus 1,000, is he going to start somehow accepting it? Or maybe... Because I'm pretty sure you can put fluid into a pattern provider. Pattern provider? Yeah. Maybe there needs to be some latex to begin with. You know what I mean? Maybe it needs to exist at least once. So if I right-click to store latex, it's not even showing up. Huh? Where? I just right-click to store it and it's gone. Okay. I'm a little concerned. I think a number of things could be happening. Let's go up here. It's possible this should be extract only. There's a chance it was being placed into this, which would just void it, I guess. I mean, we could also partition it to say, hey, that has water. Is that doing anything for us? Ta-da! Awesome. So that was the problem. Cool. So that should now start working. What I should be able to do is just help it along a little bit. This will let us get upgrades, of course, which will let us do awesome things. So let's now search add-on. I think speed is the best one at the moment. Gold gears. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Bum, ba, da, bum, ba, bum. The goal, in case you guys have forgotten, this episode is soul lava. We're hoping that this will lead to soul lava through making a stasis chamber, which I think we could already just sort of brute force make, but I kind of want to be able to put speed upgrades in it as well. You know what I mean? That feels like a necessity. So we've crafted one. That makes sense. Why nothing else? That'll do it. Where'd you put the blaze rods, bro? What else goes into this? Does anyone remember? Sugar. Is that correct? And some latex, which it probably put in here. Yes, sirree. Yes, sir. Alright. That's fine. Oh, I messed up. That's okay. Alright, so let's have a look. So currently, this is the time it takes to process. Did I not make... Yeah. And now, once it processes, that's now the speed. Cool. It does look like it's twice as fast. That's great. We love that. Very nice. Alright, let's get this in here. There we go. Now, I think you can only put one upgrade in at once, as in one type. So we could put in a processing and an efficiency upgrade in here as well, but you can only put one speed in each. So there we go. That should get us a lot more latex happening. This guy makes rubber, which makes plastic, which is great. But he uses it a lot as well, you know what I mean? So it's like, we also need to move him. So let's take out 3 buckets worth, shall we? There we go, just temporarily, and move this guy. I probably could have just turned him off in hindsight, but That's okay. Let's disconnect that. Everything's okay. Cool. Yeah, that should be alright. Oh, but yeah, then he was pushing there, wasn't he? No, we do want him back there. Yeah, sorry. So what, we're just going to go output, disable. And that should work. He shouldn't accept items from the right side now. But he should still start getting latex and stuff. Cool. I've retyped sink. That's okay. Let's start making that. Put some buckets in the system. Sink. There we go. Nope. Almost. Almost, little buddy. That will go there. Water. Pull. There we go. So that should be sort of, it should do its thing. Cool. This latex we're just going to put into the system. That's going to be the easiest way to deal with that. Awesome. And now we can probably search add-on and get even more. So let's get another one of those. And then I guess we'll get one of these. What, better yet, what if we... What does the next tier actually involve? Because we could just make that. Yeah. Let's add some recipes for the next tier. I know we're getting a little bit sidetracked. A little bit. We already got diamond gears automated as well. That's awesome. What's the tier after this? Pink slime? And all this stuff, which we apparently have. Ancient debris. And scrap. Alright, and then what comes after that? So diamond, tier 3. We would need XP juice and stuff. I think we've got all that, but I don't really have it on me. You know what I mean? So we're just not going to worry about it. I could access the thing over there. Hold on. Hold on. We might be able to push this even further. Not here, sorry. We want to go to mob farm. So, yeah, that's a bunch of XP fluid. This thing is also a bunch of XP fluid. I'm pretty sure I can storage bus this guy, even. And then, so like, if I click this and click partition, he's already like, yeah, I got it. Awesome. We hook that up. We now have in the system XP fluid. We have 1,000 buckets worth. I'll tell you what that is. That's pretty good. So then we'll come over here and see, do we have all the stuff required to make this recipe? I think we just do. Because all the skulk stuff, we've got skulk, and then we've got, wait, yeah, we've got echo shards. We're good. Oh, I didn't want to close that actually. What is after this? Sludge. We don't have sludge. We don't have sludge. I don't know how to make sludge right now, so it's fine. Let's see. So if I were to... We haven't even put one in. Perfect. Search add-on. Can I make a tier 4? We just need netherite. That's really the missing link here. So grab that. Grab gold. Listen, for whatever reason, we still don't have infinite, like, ancient debris. We have a lot, but it's not infinite. What are we getting this from? Blackstone? And it's a 2% chance with... It's a 10% chance. We should have way more than that. Blackstone. We doing Blackstone? I don't think we're doing Blackstone. I think that's the problem. How do we do Blackstone? We've got a bunch. Blackstone is... Oh, that's why. Because it needs to be bulk haunted. Haunted cobblestone for Blackstone. Okay, yeah, cool. We can sort something out. Let's do a compacting drawer. We'll do a bit of a jank solution to this one. So we'll place this one here. Can I? Oh wow, you can just order stuff. We live in a society. Place that there. Hee hee hee. Get one of those. Wow. Cool. No, almost. Boom. Cool. Can I middle mouse upgrades? No. Listen, it was worth a try. 3 of these, please. Come on. Come on. One more. One more. I ordered 3. One more. He can't do it. For reasons unknown to humanity, he can't do one more. But now he can. Nice. Alright, cool. So he's got all the stuff in him. He just needs this stuff. So let's do this and this. Set that guy up. Do these have pipe upgrades? Sir? He does. He has one of these upgrades. There you go. Alright, sweet. We'll take that. So now what I want to put into this guy is a bunch of the good stuff. Now, how am I going to do that? I think we'll just do recipes. Specifically, we need 2 times, right? So we need to search, well, we've got Blackstone here, so we'll just press U, and we'll just cycle through. And we want Blackstone 1 times. Yeah. Kind of. I want Blackstone 2 times. We want this, we just don't want it where I originally was going to put it. We want it in this guy. And then we almost need to like tell him like, hey, by the way, this is the thing that exists. You know? Do we have crushed Blackstone? We do have some crushed Blackstone. That's amazing. What we're going to do is pick this up. We're going to place in crushed Blackstone. Grab a configuration tool, which is in our backpack. And lock it. Perfect. So now, we can tell this guy, hey. Hey, guy. Hey, guy that transfers out of router. Add this guy to your menu. How do I add this guy? Add that guy to your menu. And so now if he has any, he will. What that lets us do is search Blackstone, click on 2 times, and ask for 100. And then watch as my poor system attempts to make 100. And what I should be able to do is just chuck this in here. It will process it, chuck it in here. This guy will get it. And he'll start crying. I need to mesh. Which you can put fortune upgrades on. I keep forgetting that that's something that we can totally do. And yeah, look. For the most part, he makes this stuff, I guess. Really. Shouldn't there be some netherite showing up? Processing stacks at a time. Apparently not. Alright, that's alright. And then this guy, transfer into router. We just need to say, hey, by the way. And that might be rough, because this is a lot. It's all these bloody pebbles. But it does appear as though we do keep up with it. Which is good. So Blackstone, this is really... Blackstone, you crush it, you sieve it, and then with a netherite mesh, you should be getting ancient debris. Okay. Cool. Let's grab out the rest of this stuff. And we'll go ahead and chuck it in there. No, we'll go ahead and chuck it in here. And that'll do its thing. We could, if we wanted to, do that. Just to speed it up a little bit. Sweet. All the modium. Was that? I didn't even see that. Crushed Blackstone. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, look, there it is. Yeah, I'll be honest. This guy might not actually be fast enough. I'm pretty sure we maxed out the upgrades on him. I mean, he is. But if we put any sort of fortune or whatever, he wouldn't be. Ancient debris. Okay. Yeah. So look, the netherite situation still isn't perfect. I don't want to use it all up and mess things up, but we are doing pretty good. Let's search add-on. Let's get the 4 times. Let's order it. So here it comes. This should be redonkulous. That's my official statement. Now, latex, we do have 12 buckets worth. So this stuff is going through. You can see, once it processes the log, it actually becomes a strip log. Yeah. Alright, still in the pink slime now. It pulled that perfectly fine. It's using 3 buckets worth. That's fine. We can get more of that easy peasy lemon squeezy. Come on. We might, honestly, we might put a speed upgrade back in this and just run the whole thing again. Alright, and now we are doing, 35 seconds. I think it was 40 seconds total. Sweet. Sweet. Yeah, sweet. Very nice, very nice. Just checking things on another screen. Okay, yeah, so we'll chuck speed upgrades back into this so we can mow through it and we'll repeat. Once we need latex, we'll chuck some in there for like a few seconds. It should be absolutely insanely fast. We'll get some processing upgrades. In fact, while we're waiting on this, I know it's almost done. Let's just get some of these other recipes done. They're all pretty much identical. I am curious as to what we're going to need more of. As in, we're not going to run out of XP fluid, I don't think. But are we going to run out of skulk or something? I'm not too sure. But we can chuck all that in there. Alright, so that's done. So let's search add-on. Let's grab out our tier 4 speed upgrade. Chuck him in here. And now, can I get another one? I can. Let's look at the difference. How is that for a difference? Now, these ones are still longer. But that's pretty good. And then this guy. It's like 8 seconds total instead of the 40. That's so good. It's like, yeah, I know it's going to do that. But, oh, it is a sight to behold. Alright, let's check some of these other ones. So, processing will be massive for this guy. Honestly, as well as efficiency. Blaze Rod, there's your answer. There is the answer you were looking for. Blaze Rod is apparently what we are missing. So, you don't get this from sieving anything, which is obviously a downside. You can cast it. We've also got Blaze. We could do Blaze predictions and stuff, but I don't have that. Were we just using Nether predictions? How many of those do we have? We've got a few. We would have got those from like the Wither stuff, right? None of these have blazes in them. Yeah, this is Wither skeletons even. Not even... What's this guy? Not even the Wither. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Interesting though. So if we want blaze rods, what is our best play? We could get blazes somehow, I'm sure. And that might just be the solution. That might just be easy peasy lemon squeezy, I think. Casting it, that's a bit overkill. Even assembling, that's a bit fine. Like you'd have to do a proper setup for that. Let's get another data model and see if we can't go into the nether and find a blaze or something. Now in the past you could spawn a blaze. Hold on. In the past there was a way to get one. I'm just trying to see. It was using a barrel. And it was using a witch. It was using a blazing doll thing. Is that still a thing? I vaguely remember what it looked like, and I'm not really seeing it. So I'm not really thinking that it's a thing. But the point was that you could. Okay. I also, yeah, I don't remember what was in the nether, so let's jump in and have a look. Yeah, I don't really remember. I guess we killed Wither Skeleton somehow, so there must be a fortress, and if there's a fortress, there's going to be blazes. Right? Yeah. Oh, there's also a terrifying place over there. Okay, so northeast is apparently what we want. Now, I can fly. I just want to make sure. Are we good? I don't have infinite charging, so there's a chance I fall and die with all my stuff here. Okay, it's not that far of a travel, but oh my. I'm glad I sort of noticed that, eh? Alright, so let's do 8. Let's chuck this in. Cool. How much do we have? Okay, well, we're pretty good on power. We just need to be aware that it's not infinite in here. We would need to right-click an Enderman to get a dimensional card or set up a flux network in this dimension as well, I guess. Alright, but that is all we need, so I can't go home. Really? Okay. Good thing I didn't use all my power. We need to actually get back somehow. For some reason I thought we'd be fine. Cool. Okay, well, that's the direction. Yeah, we should be fine. Totally. Here it is. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay. So, we now have a blaze prediction that can now give us all the magical stuff. So let's jump down into this place. We don't need a Wither Skeleton and stuff anymore, so we can just directly replace it. That's not a problem. Let's go predictions, grab this guy out, chuck him in. We do need blaze stuff now, so I'm not too opposed to just dumping that into this and just letting it mow through. Can we also get a lot more? most of it while we can. This is so high value because now we're at like 50%, meaning every second one on average will be a blaze prediction, which is phenomenal. Like, that's really good. So we'll chuck that in there. Just get some blaze rods. I didn't check if that is the play. So you can get 16 or you can get 2 molten cores. And 2 molten cores give you... Yeah, okay. So we're good. Sweet. Alright, let's search add-on. So we have a speed add-on. We have a processing add-on. We were trying to get an efficiency add-on. But we needed blaze. And now we've got that on its way. And just for the sake of seeing how much faster this gets, let's check in the processing upgrade. Now everything should be even faster. It doesn't really feel it. But it's meant to be. Let's see if efficiency does anything. I guess it does time reduction, which should be good. Chuck that in there. Okay. So, I do have another one of these. So if we take out this speed upgrade and chuck this one in, it is now a latex factory. Okay. Awesome. I mean, that's great though. We can make stuff now. So, what are we after? We want a stasis chamber. So we need a simple machine frame and a plastic sheet. And that is because we did plastic as the thing for this guy. That was English. We want to do this again, but with this plastic. That plastic, we want 2 of it. Save that. Awesome. Chuck that in. Jump into this guy. Awesome. Smelt it all. Bada bing, bada boom. Stasis chamber. Awesome. Simple machine frame. Let's add the recipe for it. So simple machine frame. Oh yeah, it is actually one of these recipes too. I thought it was going to be a crafting recipe. Cool. Patterns. Boom. 100. Boom. So nice having stuff. Bam. Okay, so you're going to get that. And then you're going to get that. Stasis chamber. Take 2. Nether brick. Okay. Well, do we have netherite? Netherrack, I mean. Netherrack. We should have it over here, right? We should have like a... Yeah, netherrack! Alright, can I smelt you just as a whole? No, the answer is... Okay. Knew it was too good to be true. Cool. Boom, boom. Alright, and then let's try this one more time. Perfect. Okay. So stasis chamber should be on its way. Ta-da! Alrighty. Now, I do want these add-ons. So we are going to order one of each of these again. Which shouldn't be too bad. It should be pretty fast now. Especially, yeah, with the time reduction. This guy now takes 4 seconds instead of 8, it looks like. Pretty much, at least. What was it? About 5 seconds, maybe 6. It's faster anyway. Very nice. Because yeah, we wanna get stuff from this guy. I think what we'll do is James Rodriguez suggested the compact machines, and we definitely need to. He suggested them for the Geor, but I think we do it for the Warden thing as well, just so it doesn't escape. I mean, it's not going to escape, but it's going to make noises, and I don't want the noises. So let's jump in here and make some of these things. So bookmark, bookmark, bookmark. We need all of this stuff automated, ideally. Let's just move some of this stuff out of the way. Need that. Need sticky piston. To be honest, the slime balls, like this one, with like a pink slime, isn't a horrible idea. Because we can make that. But yeah, it's fine. Compact machine. Cool. So then we need this one, which is going to be pretty much the same thing. And then we need compact machine walls, which is just polished deep slate. But we'll still get that done. And then polished deep slate will just be deep slate. That's easy as well. Cool. Let me chuck that up there. Okay, so if I want a compact machine, I get to pick one. So there's a few different ones. There's a Soren one, which is apparently goated, uses a nether star. We don't have stone. We live in a society where we don't have stone. Okay, that makes sense. And now we do have stone. Okay. Compact machine. Let's try this again. So the Soren one should be massive, is my understanding. So we get that crafted. And there we go. Now this guy also needs one of these. A personal shrinking device. Ta-da. And so what we can do is... kind of doesn't matter where we put it. We will need wireless setup. So we'll grab this. Grab this. I do want to check up here. What are we using now? We're using 9 channels. And everything's okay? Allegedly. Okay. I will chuck this guy in here. We'll save it. Awesome. Compact machine. We'll just place it here for now. So if we right click in it with this personal shrinking device, we should go in. And here it is. Pretty cool, eh? There's also some nice particles up there, for whatever reason, some fog or something, green fog. And we can do stuff in here. So we can place our stasis chamber. We don't have access to our system in here because we don't have a dimensional card. A dimensional card is totally doable. So let's give it a shot. So if we search card, yeah, we don't even have the previous ones. Oh, they're called range boosters. I mean, either way, we'll be able to check when we make this recipe. I can't tell if that's a plus. No, it's not. All right, cool. So that plus this should allow us to do it. So currently, hold on, bear with me. We're almost done. We've almost had a very successful episode. We can take this range booster out, chuck it in there, and then order a dimensional card. And we just need 9 netherite ingots. We apparently used up all of our netherite ingots. Let's go back up. Chuck in there. Dimension card. Boom. Done. Now, this guy, from my understanding, will use a lot of power. No, he won't. That's not too bad at all. Okay. Cool. So now, what that means is when we go into here, we can open our system. Link network cannot be found. What do you mean by that? Quantum energy export, import. Dimension card, chunk loading. Are we not chunk loaded here, maybe? We are not. All right, let's claim all this. And then the beauty of being me is I get to just do that. Ta-da. And so now, ta-da. Cool. So what this means is we can grab a flux point. Ta-da. And we should be able to make use of that. Alright, so this guy needs power. That's step 1, which is great. We want him to have -1 trillion whatever. He is priority, this guy getting power. We now need our add-ons because we want this guy to run rapidly. He's going to drain power, but look, it's not the biggest deal that he's got that much power, but it helps. The next thing we want to do is place our Warden. There he is. Now, he's not exactly where I want him to be. I'd love for him to be nice and centered. So let's play a little game where we play with fire a little bit and try to get him exactly where we want. There we go. I feel better about that. So, I am a little bit scared that this is like too advanced, you know what I mean? Like it's going to use too much power that he's then going to break free. We could build a box around him. That's obviously an option as well. So we can go for our at mob grinding utils, grab some tinted glass, which is like blast proof and stuff. We probably do want to build something around here at the very least, because we want to put a laser drill over him. So obviously there's a benefit to having that all set up. So let's do that. Let's go back into our chunks. I don't know which chunk it is, so we'll just claim them all because we're rich. Cool. And then we need to, no, and then we need to laser drill. So I think we go a little bit higher than him. And then we can do this, and he's ready. So we'll place the drill on top and then place everything else around, and that should be nice. So let's go back. We've already got drills made. and stuff, so we can go grab them. And then that should be soul lava taken care of. Magic. So laser drill, laser base, awesome. Let's ignore that guy for a second. Bloop. And bloop. Alright, sweet. So, laser base will go here. He will get his blue lens, and then we can place our drills. So that can just go there. Now this guy needs power as well. So there might be energy transmitter. I do like this guy. I like that I can just place him like down here. And then, no, I think I gotta place him on the side of it. And then I can just send the thing up. I think that's great. So let's do as big of a range as we can. And then just send him up a bit. And that should pretty much take care of it. Yep, perfect. Yeah, and so that should start getting soul lava. Now, if we go add on again, I'll tell you what, we probably want more of it. So, we need more netherite. Okay. That works. Add on. So we want a speed, a processing, and an efficiency thingy. We'll see if we can make those, and then we'll see how much soul lava we can get from one of these guys with tier 4 upgrades. And then we just need that back into the system, so we can do that a number of ways. Ender tank or something, I guess. Now, he didn't get me soul lava. Let's search soul lava again. Double check this. So, soul lava. Minimum -64, maximum Y. Any biome above a warden. So that depth should be perfectly fine. He's above a warden. He might need to go one block down, I guess, because I'm still not seeing soul lava, am I? It's a little bit concerning. Okay. And to confirm, it is with a blue laser lens. Awesome. Let's have a look. Do we get anything? We do! Awesome. Now, that does damage to him, but the stasis chamber keeps him safe, is my understanding of how that works. So it, like, heals him as well. Cool. So, let's chuck these in here. That's pretty good. Now, I want to order more. What do we get? A processing upgrade. Cool. Because we can chuck one in here as well. How's that doing? Cool. He's healing in time. That's nice. So if we chuck this in here, he won't accept it. Okay. That's alright. Can we get any other ones? No. We just need more stuff. Awesome. But that is soul lava taken care of. Let's grab a... Oh, we've got this guy, actually. So let's just chuck him here. Wireless node must be in the same dimension. Oh, okay. Cool. We can't use that then. We'd have to set up like a quantum link, I'm guessing. Let's do end tank. Cauldron, 1, 2. This guy. Let's actually do... Let's grab wool. Let's grab another wool, please. And let's grab blue dye. Because it's soul lava, you know? Blue wool. Boom, boom. Let's grab diamonds. Pow, pow. So you'll go there. You'll be diamonded. And you will be output pushed up. Soul lava. Ta-da! I mean, that's pretty cool, eh? Alright. I don't know, I'm just trying to see if there's a thumbnail to be had here. Alright, awesome. You keep doing your thing. Good luck. I'm going to head back here and send this into the system. Somewhere. Probably just here, to be honest. So we can chuck this guy here. Lock him so that he's mine. Get a storage bus. Let's get 10 of these. We're using them quite often. Boom. Boom. Tell this guy, hey, you're only for soul lava. And now we have a bucket of soul lava in the system. We can now start playing with melting vibranium and stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you've had fun watching. Thank you to our donators and our channel members. Thank you to those of you using the Bisect promo code as well. Thanks for that. Thank you to our Tier 3 channel members, Melizzy, Final Phoenix 13, and Space Trooper John, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.